Platform is a very difficult event. When you dive off the top platform, you're said to be going about 34 miles an hour, and it's like hitting concrete when you hit. So it has to be very precise, very tight, and you have to be very strong when you hit the water.
The best things about the sport is being on top of the podium, and so it just is a really good feeling, and I want to recreate the feeling. So I have a gymnastics background for about 9 to 10 years.
She was at a different gym and came to our gym and was a little behind, but she put in the work and she ended up being a state champ. It's very hard. I mean, there was hundreds of kids in her age group that she won at state, so that was a big deal. It might not have come as naturally to her as it did to other athletes, but she was willing to go the extra mile and work harder than they did to get to where she wanted to be.
There's a lot of time dedication and a lot of responsibilities to put on a younger child, but I'd say it shaped me to be who I am today. And I kind of just got to a stopping point.
So she started exploring other options. Thankfully, Moss Farms was here, and it was a good fit.
Gymnastics background plays a huge part in diving because it teaches kids from a young age to be aware of their surroundings while they're flipping through the air. It teaches kids basic motor functions, basic flexibility, and that transition from gymnastics to diving is pretty seamless. Gymnasts typically gravitate towards the platform event because it's very similar to the floor routines. There's no springboard, so it's a lot easier for them. It becomes a lot more natural.
As far as the physical of changing from gymnastics to diving, I think the biggest thing that we saw was just getting used to the difference of going in the water head first versus in gymnastics, you're kind of landing on your feet. She just loves the aspect of being in a sport, being around other people. The whole atmosphere of being in a competition is exciting to her.
Went above and beyond what you ever asked for any teammate to do. If somebody was struggling or having a bad day, she'd make sure she'd go condition beside them, help them through it.
She comes in with a great attitude almost every single day, and it's contagious. It rubs off on her teammates and pushes them to work harder as well. She's a great diver. A lot of our athletes are great divers. They come in and spend the time to work hard and put in the extra work it takes to be great. This sport requires a lot of practice time and focus on small little details, and to be great, you have to remember those details all the time.
A lot goes into making the perfect dive.
Platform diving is unique. It's all based on your body and what you can produce. It's actually thought of as kind of an easier event for divers because there's less moving parts, but it's also very difficult because of the impact that you have on your body. When you dive off the top platform, you're said to be going about 34 miles an hour, and it's like hitting concrete when you hit. It has to be very precise, very tight, and you have to be very strong.
And you just kind of have to be fearless and trust in your coaches that they know what they're doing and that they wouldn't have sent you up on the platform if they knew you couldn't do it.
But it's a very fun event to watch because you have more time to do more flips, more twists. And that's part of the skill, part of the difficulty is making these extremely difficult dives look effortless.
I got into the sport very, very late considering how long everyone else has been doing it. But one of the best things about the sport is being on top of the podium, and I've gotten to do it a few times, and so it just is a really good feeling, and I want to recreate the feeling. I won 14-15 1-meter regionals.
She has recently won the YMCA National Championships on platform, which was an incredible achievement for her. She was able to pre-qualify to the USA Diving Junior Nationals, and she also was able to compete at the USA Diving Junior Nationals in synchro with her partner.
And qualified for high school state every year. Obviously 10 meters is very high, and I'm still learning to get comfortable up there. And so it takes a lot of preparation, preps off the smaller platforms, preps downstairs in our dry land and things like that. Being pulled in belts helps a lot too.
You have to mentally prepare as much as you physically prepare. So that would be one of the things that I think it took her a little bit. Is like, I did all of these things and I'm really good at this in practice, and I have to transition that into the competition side because it came pretty fast. So she's only been diving for 3 years.
I try not to worry about those around me because I can't control what they're doing, but I can control myself. Academics come first for me.
She's just one of those students that every teacher loves. She embodies what a student athlete is, because she puts schoolwork first and does whatever it takes to get the work done while she's at school, because she knows she's got practice afterwards. She is one of the top students.
I have a 4.0 grade point average. I'm taking some of the more difficult classes, all honors, AP classes, dual enrollment classes, and right now I'm in the top 20 of my class, which is about over 600.
She wants to continue her career in diving in college.
Eventually go and compete at the NCAA level and potentially qualify to the Olympic trials.
I want to be an athletic trainer for a sports team. I just want to help people in that way. I know I've been through some injuries and they're not fun, so I want to help people get back up on their feet.
EA is being pursued by several NCAA schools.
I just got back last night from a college visit to University of Missouri, and then I have NC State and FSU visits coming up soon, and then I'm talking to other colleges.
I'll have to say, from a parent perspective, like, it's really kind of like, wow. I mean, honestly, it's a wow moment. It's like, that's something that my child has worked really hard for. She's really put in the time and the effort and the determination, and to see that that is being recognized by potential colleges, that they may want her to come dive for their dive team, that's pretty special. It's an opportunity that we don't take lightly. It's a blessing, and it's something that I think she's worked really hard to get to.